Yes, I know, I promised Spyro the Reignited Trilogy would be the next review. But what do you expect? Seriously? This review is already late enough. So, hello everybody, FunReviews here, and today I'll be taking a look at the remake of the critically acclaimed Resident Evil 2, otherwise known as Resident Evil 2, the remake. Now, normally I'd do a comparison between the original and the remake version of this game. However, I have never played Resident Evil 2. My first experience with Resident Evil was Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Now, if those of you remember, I absolutely adored that game in every way, shape or form. And it was an absolutely stunning game. And this game is following in its direction. I really cannot wait to see what Capcom has in store for Resident Evil 3 the remake and Resident Evil 8. Which seems to be continuing on from Evelyn's story, which I cannot wait to see. But now let's jump right into Resident Evil 2 with the story. So, the story. The story for Resident Evil 7, it's actually two separate stories that are combined and intertwined together, which is really fun and well put together. And it's actually a right and a wrong way to play it. However, the game does not actively discourage you from playing it in whichever order you like, which is really fun. But if you want to get all the achievements and see the true ending, you have to do Leon, then Claire. And it is really fun to play as the different characters because they all have their own unique abilities, rooms that only Claire can explore, rooms that only Leon can explore, even though it's the same map. That is really innovative and really well put together. Like, Claire gets the heart key, but Leon gets the club key. And Leon gets a shotgun, whereas Claire gets a grenade launcher. And it's so tense. The story is so tense, and I swear to God, this game made me feel more for one character who I knew I was going to die in 1 minute than in the entirety of most games that have been coming out lately. And I'm not gonna lie, don't bring up Kingdom Hearts or any games like that. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3 yet. I will, but I haven't yet. But back to the story. The story is this virus has been unleashed on the city of Raccoon City. Worst name for a city ever, but still. By the Umbrella Corporation, which are a secret pharmaceutical company who are actually producing bioweapons. And according to Leon's story, his story is he's just a rookie, he's just a police officer who's started on his first day and has been thrusted into this as he explores the RPD station and faces the tyrant, who is absolutely terrifying. But we'll get more to that in the presentation and gameplay. And Claire's story is she is looking for her brother Chris Redfield. Now, I don't know Chris. Any Resident Evil fans, do not tell me who Chris is. I have a rough idea from Resident Evil 7. Tell me if I'm wrong. But I don't know the story for Resident Evil. I really don't. I've never played a Resident Evil game other than Biohazard. I'm planning to go back and play the Resident Evil 1 remake, but I haven't got around to it yet. I will, but I haven't. But other than that, the story is Leon is exploring the police station and trying to take down Umbrella before they can release the virus, this G virus as it's called. But from the original game, I understand it was called the T virus. But is to release the G virus onto the world as a biological weapon. While also Ada, who is the love interest, who I shipped so much. I shipped Leon and Ada, but it turns out she's evil. Everyone in this game double crosses you. Everyone. Trust no one. Yeah, any new players in this game, I need to warn ya. Everyone in this game either betrays you or ends up dead. No exceptions, except Claire. And Shelley. But that's it. Everyone else betrays you or double crosses you, or is just a jerk to begin with. There really are no nice people in the apocalypse. But really, this game hits you where it hurts every time you play it, because in Claire's run, you've got Shelley, this young girl whose dad was the original infected. Yeah, her dad her dad was the original infected, and her mum has locked herself in the Raccoon City lab trying to develop a vaccine against it. But Leon has also got his fair share of emotional moments. Not as many as Claire, but because, you know, typical I'm a macho. But he also has his fair share of moments where he really cares about the people of Raccoon City. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. He's just forced into these situations. And you really feel like all these characters don't really want to hurt anyone. You feel the characters because unlike Ethan, who was, you know, just part of the story, and you got invested in the Bakers and Evelyn and Mia, you don't just get invested in the side characters, you get invested in the main characters as well due to it being an over-the-shoulder survival horror shooter. And I highly recommend you play this game just for the story alone. But that's it for the story. Let's move on to the present. This game is stunning! Visually, it's stunning! Every detail is spot on. I've never seen anything like it. And I thought Resident Evil 7 looked good despite its wonky hair. But this game is spot on. The rain hits where it needs to hit. The zombies are so different in their own way, but so similar at the same time. All the groans, the gunshots, everything is designed perfectly, and the game is so reliant on sound and visuals that if they got this wrong, it could have ruined the game, but they got it perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. The RPD station is so beautifully crafted, despite the fact I have no idea why it is designed the way it's designed. But still, the RPD station is beautifully crafted from the tip to toe. Every room feels different and unique, like it's there for a reason. And there's no rooms that's like, why the hell is that there? The jail is underground, obviously, because prisoners. The STARS office is on the second floor and is one of the larger rooms in the building. The main hall, one of the few safe zones, unless you're fighting Mr. X, but we'll get to him in the gameplay, is so... it's huge. The main hall is huge. And, you know, throughout this game, you see dead bodies who haven't turned. You know, zombies who have been killed by other survivors. And body bags littered throughout the station, as well as medical supplies in the main hall. The character models are so beautifully crafted, and the gore, oh my god, the gore. When I first played this game, I physically wanted to be sick due to how well this game's gore graphics were. And zombies, they are disgusting. And you can shoot all the limbs off. I guarantee you, if I had the gameplay, because my Elgato was having a hissy fit while I was playing this, had the gameplay I put behind me, I spent the majority of the game, because I was so tense, because this game handles its atmosphere so well, it makes you so tense and nervous throughout the entire experience. And that's where they want you. They want you in a constant state of terror and fear and dread around what's next to the corner, while I wasted 2 combat knives just slashing a zombie into tiny pieces. Yeah, that actually happened. I don't know why I did it, I just had to. And all the zombies are visually distinct, from G to the Tyrant to the standard infected, who all are different. There is not a single infected that looks the same, which is a testament to how much Capcom cares about this franchise. Despite, from what I understand, a few miss-ups starting from RE5 to RE6, they really have started to pull their socks up and are really starting to care about the characters and really caring about their games again. And I'm so happy to see that after the cancellation of Silent Hill, where it felt like the survival horror genre was truly dead, with, yes, a few good ones like Prey, Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 2, who are the grandfathers of this genre of gaming, are here to show you that no, the survival horror genre is not dead. We are back, and we are making a game that you've already played fresh and new and scary again. And for new players, it's terrifying enough. And for old players, I've had a chance to speak to some people who played the original game. It also switches up the story enough that it's interesting for new players as well as old ones. So that is where Capcom gets it right. Now for the gameplay. When you play Resident Evil 7, the key is solving puzzles and fighting off the Bakers. But when you play Resident Evil 2, Your goal is to solve puzzles and survive. You do not go through this game running and gunning every zombie you see. Not like, this is not RE7. You can't kill every molded you see. Everything has a cost. You might think, will that bullet attract the tyrant? Will that bullet not kill the zombie? Because these zombies do not die very easily. You can shoot them in the head multiple times, but unless there is not a head left to shoot, they will get back up somehow. One point I played through this game, I shot half a zombie's head off, and it was still standing. So do not think you can just shoot these zombies and that is it. No, that's not how this game works. This game is clever, it's tricky, and it will outsmart you every chance it gets. And the tyrant, oh my god, the tyrant is this constant looming threat that I have not seen since the Alien and Alien Isolation. But even the Alien didn't make me this tense, because there were points where it got repetitive. But no, the tyrant is constantly on your back. This is not, again, like the Alien who disappeared through whole portions of the game. No, the tyrant is there. It is constantly there, and it is constantly coming towards you. No matter what you do, you can't go anywhere in the RPD station without him knowing where you are and tracking you down. That is why it is so important to conserve your bullets, to not run as much, to take this game slowly and steadily. Because if you don't, you'll have the tyrant on your back constantly. And yeah, this game has no over-reliance on boss battles. There are only 2 key boss battles in this game, being G and the Tyrant. And the Tyrant is a constant boss battle, but G has multiple forms that are all unique and different. Yes, they have the same gameplay mechanic of shooting his eyes, but no, you cannot do that all the time. Sometimes it's important to dodge instead of fire your gun. And that is a mark of a good survival horror game where you don't feel like you have to kill every zombie. In fact, this game penalizes you for killing every zombie because you will run out of ammo fast. Because this game is so stingy with its bullets. I had to go up against the Tyrant in my last boss battle with a handgun. Yes, a handgun. And a single grenade. I lost to him 14 times. And my second boss battle with G, I had to go against him with 7 bullets, relying only on my wits and my skill to beat him. Now that is the mark of a good game, where you know you can beat him, but the game doesn't actively penalise you. No deaths are cheap. You feel like they're your fault if you die, and that is a good game. Because there are deaths in games where you feel like you've been cheated into that death. Not this one. There are no cheap death trap, no quick time events, no annoying escort missions. This is just you versus the undead, and that is something I truly love about this Resident Evil remake. It's you against the undead, from beginning to end. Now that is a good game. But now for the final level. Now those of you might have recalled that I said there are multiple endings to this game. If you play through Leon's campaign and wait till the very end credits before your scorecard, you will see an end credit scene of G, as we find out, ripping through the cable car that you escape on with Leon and Claire. However, if you play through Claire's run next, you will get to fight G in his final disgusting form, which is gross. I kid you not. He has an eyeball in his mouth. Ew. But other than that, the final level for Leon is you fight the Tyrant in his final form. Now, I don't know why he didn't have that giant claw before, but he does. Don't know why, but still. And one more hint for the Tyrant. There's an achievement tied to shooting the Tyrant's hat off. So if you want that achievement, go shoot his hat off. Plus, it's a good laugh anyway. Right. But you usually aim for the head anyway, so you'll get it anyway. But for Claire's run, G is the main fight, and you get to fight him in his various different forms throughout the game, facing his main form, which is him slightly less human than he should be, with a giant claw with an eye in the middle. Then there's his second form, which you fight as both Leon and Claire. Might I add, you fight the first and second form both as Leon and Claire. Then his third form, which you only fight as Claire, which is, he's not even, no, his third form you also fight as Leon and Claire, which is less human, naturally not even human, he has 4 arms. Then his 5th form, which you fight only as Claire as her final boss fight. And then the 6th form of G, which is a giant gelatinous eye monster, which you only fight as Claire if you get the proper ending. Might bear that in mind. Now, for the Tyrant, Most of the Tyrant's boss fights are only available as Leon, due to him only appearing certain times when you fight Leon, because once you enter the lab as Claire, the Tyrant will not chase you. However, I noticed this because he chased me through the RPD station car park. Yes, I'm British, so I say car park, not garage. Garage means a completely different thing here. Through the RPD car park and out into Raccoon City for a bit before he breaks off his pursuit. Now that is an interesting bit of gameplay because you could die from the Tyrant before you exit the station, which is really interesting and I like that touch. However, Claire, once she gets into the Raccoon City lab, that's it for the Tyrant. However, Leon has a few more encounters with him before his final battle with the Tyrant in his flaming claw mode form, as I like to call him. But now for my final rating. What do I think of RE2, the remake? It's brilliant! Capcom have really returned to form. Now, I know about the few missteps they've had in the past, and I'm not fond of the DLC they added to RE7. However, I am a huge fan of what they've done to the Resident Evil 2 remake, and it really has restored my hope in looking forward to Resident Evil 3, the remake, as well as Resident Evil 8. And I am going to go back and play Resident Evil 1, not for review, but because I want more of the story. This game has really given me an itching for Resident Evil, has made me a true fan of this franchise. Yeah, I've become a fan of survival horror because of this game, and generations to come will remember this game as they did the original, and that is a true testament that I believe this game will stand the test of time. And that's why my final rating for Resident Evil 2, the remake, is a 10 out of 10. Now, I know I've been shoveling out a lot of 10s this season, but this game fully deserves that. I cannot think of a single critique that I can make that's not a nitpick. So, complain all you want, but this game is phenomenal. I recommend you owe it to yourself to go out and play it as much as Kingdom Hearts. Now, the next game is the 200th episode of FunReviews. Thank you so much. And the next game, you'll have to find out what it is. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's a surprise. But it's something you guys have wanted to see for a long time. And after that, I'll get on to my regular review schedule reviewing Spyro the Reignited Trilogy, Kingdom Hearts 3, and whatever games I want to review. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next FunReviews. Bye-bye! What? Are we rolling or something? Oh, it's an outro, right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy it, click here to check out more of my videos. Click here to watch the current season of FunReviews, and click here to check out the complete series. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!